The wanderer. Often the wanderer walks alone. Waits for mercy, longs for grace. Stirs the ice-cold sea with hands and oars. Heart sick, endures an exile's road. A hard traveler. His fate is fixed. So said the wanderer, old earth walker, his mind choked with the memory of strife, fierce slaughter and the fall of kinsmen. Often alone at the edge of dawn. I must wake to the sound of my own sorrow, the mute song of a muffled heart. Sung to no listener, no lord alive. I know the custom. A noble man must seal up his heart's thoughts. Drag the doors of his mind shut, bind sorrow with silence and be still. A weary mind cannot fight fate. A savage soul cannot find solace, help or healing. Who wants fame? A home in the tribe's long memory, must seal off sadness, bind up woe. So often I've locked up my heart's sorrow. In a breast hoard, a cage of bone. Cut off from kinsmen after I covered my gold lord in the dark hold of ground. I went winter sad with the weight of years over the winding waves, seeking some lord who might heal my history, hold my heart, welcome me home with gifts or grace. A man without country, without kin, knows how cruel it is to have sorrow. As a sole companion, no one waits to welcome the wanderer except the road of exile itself. His reward is night cold. Not a lord's rich gift of twisted gold or a warm hearth and a harvest of wealth. He remembers hall thanes, shared treasures. His place at the table, his lord's trust. His dreams are done, they taste like dust. A man knows who has lost his lord's counsel how sorrow and sleep can bind the mind. A man may wander his own headland. Discover his lord unburied, undead. He kisses and clutches his dream lord. Lays in his lord's lap his head and hands, as he once did in those generous days, when he knew the joys of hall and throne. Then the wanderer wakes without friends. Alone except for sea birds bathing. In the dusky sea, spreading wide wings, as snow falls, frost feathers the land. And hard hail harrows the living. Then the wounds of the heart are heavier. Aching so long for his lost lord. Sorrow is renewed with the memory of kinsmen wandering his mind, each guest a ghost, who gathers and greets him with signs of joy, eagerly searching for old companions. They all drift away, the unknown floaters. Bring no known sayings or songs to him. Care is renewed for a man who must send his brooding heart over the bond of waves. So I can't think why in this uneasy world my mind shouldn't darken, sink into shadow. When I think through the lives of men, how warriors and retainers have suddenly slipped from the hall floor, brave ones gone. So the days of Middle Earth fail and fade. No man's wise till he's walked through winters, suffered a world of unshared grief. A wise man must be patient, not hot-hearted. Not quick-tongued, not weak-willed at war. Not reckless or unwitting, not eager to boast. Before he has thought things through. A warrior must wait when he makes a vow until his mind is sure and his heart strong. And he can read the road his traveling takes. The wise warrior knows how ghostly it will be when all the world's wealth is a wasteland. As Middle-earth is now in many places, wall fragments stand, blasted by winds. Covered by frost, ruined hallways in snow. Wine halls decay, lords lie dead. Deprived of joys, the proud troop has fallen by the wall. War took some on a long death road, a bird bore one. Over the deep sea, the grey wolf shared one with death, a sad-faced earl. Hid one in an earth hole, a bleak barrow. So the maker of men laid waste to the world, until the old works of giants stood idle and empty of the hall joys of men. The wise man who ponders this ruin of a life, the hall that crumbles into a broken wall. The hall guest now only memory's ghost. Remembers slaughter and strife, crying out, "Where has the horse gone? Where is the rider? Where is the giver of gifts? Where is the seat of feasting? Where is the hall joy? Gone is the bright cup. Gone is the mailed warrior. Gone is the glory of the prince. How the time has slipped down under the knight helmet as if it never was. The only thing left is traces of the tribe. A strange, high wall with serpentine shapes. Worm-like strokes, what's left of runes. The strength of spears has borne off earls. Weapons greedy for slaughter. Some glorious fate. Raging storms crash against stone cliffs. Swirling snow blankets and binds the earth. Winter howls as the pale night shadow darkens, sending rough hailstorms from the north. Bringing savagery and strife to the children of men. Hardship and suffering descend on the land. The shape of fate is twisted under heaven. Life is on loan, here goods are fleeting, here friends are fleeting, here man is fleeting. Here kith and kin are fleeting. Everything passes, all this earthly foundation stands empty and idle. So a man wise in mind spoke to himself as he sat. Good is the man who holds trust, keeps faith, never speaks too quickly about the storm of his pain or passion unless he knows how to perform a cure on his own heart. It is well for a man to seek mercy for himself from his Father in heaven, where security stands, and where we can still find beyond perishing a permanent place, an eternal home.